This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning. Kentucky Morning start right here on WKYT. Glad you're with us this Thursday, the last day of June. I'm Bill Bryant.
I'm Rebecca Smith, rolling into July on a nice note with the weather. It's nice.
Pleasant out there this morning. In the news at 6:30, a man is dead after being shot by a Knox County deputy. Why police say the deputy shot him, and a lot of other information, including that there was possibly a kidnapping in progress ahead.
We're continuing to follow breaking news out of Turkey. Authorities have taken multiple suspects into custody that may have ties to the Istanbul airport bombing.
The latest on that, and it's said to be the fastest wooden roller coaster in the world, and it may reopen soon. They've had some troubles. We'll have an update on that ahead on WKYT This Morning.
A lot of sunshine early this morning, and it feels fantastic. Temperatures are in the 50s this morning as you walk out the door. By the afternoon, we're holding on to the upper 70s, lower 80s. Extremely pleasant today. And then we get in through the next few days. That's when things change. We'll start to see some thunderstorms. I'll show you when you can expect those coming up.
Here's the latest from WKYT News. We're following a developing story in Knox County this morning. State police say a child watched as a deputy shot and killed a man late last night.
That deadly shooting happened on Kentucky 223 east of Barberville. State police say that man was accused of kidnapping that child. WKYT's Mark Barber is at our live desk with details on this.
Good morning, Rebecca. State police say the 30-year-old was shot to death during a fist fight with a constable and a deputy. He was killed right in front of the child he was accused of kidnapping. The Flatlick man who was shot to death has been identified as Jesse Mills. Law enforcement officials started searching for him last night after someone called 911. They reported Mills was intoxicated and said he kidnapped a child in the Moore Creek area. About an hour later, a deputy and a constable spotted Mills a couple miles away, walking with the child on Highway 223. When they tried to stop him, state police say he attacked the constable and the deputy.
Just let you know how vulnerable we all are, how dangerous the job can be at times, and the dangers every officer that puts a uniform on goes out here every day and does.
The law enforcement officials were not seriously hurt. They have both been placed on administrative leave while state police continue to investigate the shooting. This morning, the child who was reportedly kidnapped is now safe at home with their family. From the live desk, Mark Barber, WKYT.
All right, more to go on that story. Thank you, Mark.
Yeah, glad that child was safe.
Yeah.
Well, authorities in Turkey now reviewing video and interviewing witnesses to help identify 3 suicide bombers who carried out a vicious attack Tuesday at Istanbul's main airport.
This story is fast moving this morning. Turkish investigators say the attackers arrived together moments before detonating themselves in separate locations. At least 42 people were killed, hundreds others wounded. Jonathan Vigliotti now with the latest from Istanbul.
Police in Istanbul rounded up several suspects with possible ties to terror following Tuesday's attack at the city's main airport. This image, released by Turkish media, appears to show one of the 3 suicide bombers up close at the airport, oddly wearing a coat despite the summer heat. Turkish officials say the group arrived at their target by taxi, but the taxi driver, who was recently interviewed, reportedly says he didn't recognize what language they were speaking.
Moments later, their actions would speak loud and clear. After running into trouble getting inside the terminal, Turkish authorities say one of the men blew himself up at the entrance of the airport, another in the arrival area, while a third blast occurred upstairs.
Turkish and U.S. officials say the coordinated attack here at Ataturk Airport suggests ISIS may have been involved.
The despicable attack at Istanbul's international airport yesterday certainly bears the hallmarks of ISIL's depravity.
Turkey has played a key role in the U.S.-led military coalition against ISIS in Iraq and Syria. Speaking in Canada, President Obama reaffirmed the U.S.'s goal to defeat the terror group.
We will not rest until we have dismantled these networks of hate.
As relatives of the victims begin to lay their loved ones to rest, Turkey's prime minister is calling for national unity to combat terror. Jonathan Vigliotti, CBS News, Istanbul, Turkey.
Now, so far, no group has claimed responsibility for the attack. DNA tests are underway on those who are being held right now.
We are learning more information about an animal abuse case this morning. A warrant has been issued for a well-known horse trainer after dozens of horses were found abandoned on a Kentucky farm. Michelle Chamberlain is at our alert desk with details on this.
The Kentucky Department of Agriculture told the Herald Leader that trainer Maria Burrell is charged with 43 counts of animal cruelty. Now, Maria trained Run Happy, who won the Twin Spires Breeders' Cup Sprint last year. You're seeing her father, Charles Burrell. He was arrested yesterday and is facing the same charges as Maria. Now, Charles owns the company that's leasing this Mercer County farm where the horses were found. The abandoned horses are now being cared for by the state. 6 of the horses are in poor health, requiring extensive care. And the state's vet office sent us an email saying volunteers and organizations have donated time, supplies, and transportation to help these horses, adding, quote, "They are to be commended."
Michelle, thank you very much. Great weather expected again today. It feels wonderful out there right at the moment, but some changes could be moving in for the 4th of July holiday weekend.
And, you know, we'll have to deal with it. We'll have to see what happens. And Micah Harris has a little bit of a preview, hopefully, to shed some light on this.
Yeah, and it looks like once we continue to drive off towards your weekend, things get a little warmer, not extremely warm. This weekend will not be hot at all, but it gets a little bit warmer from what we're dealing with now. What you see there on the screen, the green settling on in into Lexington. That green indicates some really pleasant air, not just temperature-wise, as we were in the 50s early this morning, but also that humidity is still down, so it feels fantastic outside. 54 degrees in Danville. Going to Harrodsburg, going to Lawrenceburg, my friends there in Anderson County, no problems whatsoever. Off toward Mount Sterling, Winchester there in Clark County, down 460, and also holding on to Mountain Parkway. I'm seeing no issues whatsoever. Things look fantastic. Now we get to the weekend and things will start to change. So small chance on Saturday. I would say it's about a 30% chance of rain. And even if it rolls over you, could you get a heavy downpour? Yes, but it lasts 10 to 20 minutes and that's it. So just stick to your plans on Saturday. But Sunday, here comes that chance of rain, guys, at 60%. We're going to talk about what it looks like for your 4th of July coming up in a few minutes.
Okay, and we'll have those details in just a bit. Thank you, Micah. Lexington police say a man attempted to rob Chuck E. Cheese's just hours after asking managers for a job there. Managers say when the man returned, they thought he was just dropping off the application he'd picked up. Instead, they say he had a weapon this time and was there to rob the place. When the manager said he didn't have access to the safe, the attempted thief apologized for what he had done and left.
A woman faces charges for trying to kill her husband. Elizabeth Snyder is charged with attempted murder. Police say she shot Cecil Ray Snyder Sunday and then acted like she didn't know that he'd been shot when their neighbors found him. We're told Cecil suffered serious injuries. This happened in Jackson County. Neighbors say the couple had a rocky relationship.
It wasn't surprising. She had a temper issue. You know, I'd seen her unload on Ray.
We're told the couple had been married for about 5 years. Police arrested Elizabeth Snyder a few days after the shooting based on multiple interviews and leads in the case.
Just a little bit ago, we got the funeral arrangements that have now been made for the Reverend Wayne Smith, the founder of Southland Christian Church in Lexington. Smith passed away at the age of 87. Reverend Smith started Southland Christian Church back in 1956. It has since become the largest church in central Kentucky with multiple campuses in the Bluegrass region. Visitation for Smith will be next Tuesday and Wednesday at Southland Christian Church on Harrodsburg Road. His funeral will be there next Wednesday at 1 o'clock.
We're told engineers are still trying to figure out how to repair structural issues at the Lee County Courthouse. The county closed part of the courthouse earlier this month after some of the floors began separating from the walls. For now, the Family Support and Protection and Permanency Services offices have been moved to Owsley County. They're now looking into some new options for employees of those offices.
Well, Dollywood's new lightning rod roller coaster could soon be reopened. It's going through technical ride rehearsals right now after some parts to it were recalled. The new wooden coaster was forced to close just a week after it opened. Lightning Rod is a $22 million investment for the theme park. It is said to be the world's fastest wooden coaster. We don't know if it's going to be ready to go for the holiday weekend, but certainly they are anticipating crowds down there during that time as always.
It's always a good time there.
Yeah. Good to have you along on WKYT this morning at 6:40, 20 before 7 right now.
We'll see how traffic is moving out there on your day before Friday.
Things are picking up. We'll take a look right now at drive times in, slowing down just a bit now from Nicholasville to a 14-minute ride, 34 minutes now from Richmond, and that is slower than the half hour just a few minutes ago. Here is the Lexington Fayette Urban County Government's live drive cam at Harrodsburg Road and Pasadena.
You know, it's looking pretty good out there. No issues for you, but You know, we hope you have a good day.
Yeah, folks waiting in
Sounds
the
good.
turn lane there to get on to their probably place of work today. Get it done and get to that weekend, right?
Get it done, yes.
Keep it here now. You can get the latest traffic and weather info anytime with the WKYT Weather Plus Traffic app. Download that for free in the app or Google Play stores. WKYT This Morning on the air live with all the latest. We have a lot more to tell you about before we go this morning.
Coming up, a Washington dad's gone viral for teaching his daughter a lesson about selfies with some, let's just say, rather embarrassing selfies of his own.
Fantastic start to the day. It looks really, really good outside, but the weekend, we'll have some storms possible, and I'll show you when you can expect those coming up next.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
When you think about Kentucky mornings, they start like this. How cool is that shot right there on live sky camera? It's about 50 feet above the ground, a good vantage point of everything that's going on outside. And that is just an awesome shot. A little fog down toward the ground, but no big issues of fog anytime soon. And once you're traveling out and about, not just walking outside, but getting out of your car to go into work or getting the kids outside, temperatures are really nice. There will be some spots that you walk outside and say, it's a little bit chilly outside. 54 now in Danville and Somerset, Mount Sterling. All looks well across the region, but some spots are a little on the cool side. 59 degrees now in Lexington. And if you're thinking about what's a record for this time of year? This time of year, right around 50 degrees. Now, we won't reach that. We won't get anywhere close to it, but we're still talking about it, right? So we go through the day, 82 degrees, not a bad day in store whatsoever. And then we look toward Friday into your week, and we got a lot of events going on. Hope Fest kicking off in Mount Sterling. That's going to be on Friday at 6 p.m. in Mount Sterling. I'll actually be the MC of that event. It was, last year we had some rain over us. It really knocked out some plans there last year. But this year, I don't see much of a chance of it. Only a very small opportunity and definitely not washed out. 3rd of July Festival going on in Corbin. That's going to be on Sunday, as it looks like Sunday will be the better opportunity of seeing rain Sunday and Monday as opposed to Friday and Saturday. Lakeside Live, Chris Bailey will be down there. He'll actually be doing some live events down there. And then Lexington at Lakeside Live. Also Lake Fest in Jamestown down in Russell County. Kicks off tomorrow and goes through Saturday. Now tomorrow and Saturday we're talking temperatures in the 80s and only small chances of rain. So I would say take off and enjoy any events you have going on both Friday and Saturday. Sunday and Monday, that's a different story. Look at the front getting a little bit closer there on Sunday, and that'll throw off some showers and thunderstorms in the region. And then on Monday, we get another shot as that front gets even closer, and that'll give us some showers and thunderstorms too. The main threat out of this, not so much severe weather concerns, it's mainly heavy rain. That's what we're going to be seeing out of Sunday off into Monday, both days at 60% chance of rain. So the breakdown for your 7-day forecast is 82 today, still humidity down. It feels good, looks good. We love it. Now, Friday and Saturday, small chance of rain, but it's still there. It's one of those times that if you have a thunderstorm over you, it lasts 10 to 20 minutes, and then it moves on out, and you won't get another one. So just keep to your plans on Friday and Saturday. And if you have plans on Sunday or Monday, and you're able to reschedule them, that won't cause many issues, I would reschedule them to Friday and Saturday. Now, it's not a complete washout Sunday and Monday, but it still looks like the better opportunity of rain is on Sunday in the 4th of July.
It's about the best way you can spend it, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the best way.
You know, better have the Netflix on hand or whatever it is.
I know Micah hates to deliver the tough news.
No fun, very bad news all the time.
Keep watch on that, certainly this weekend. Thank you, Mike. It's 6:47 now.
Well, in the battle to keep kids' social media posts clean, some parents are willing to fight fire with fire.
Yeah.
And by fire, we mean pouty lip faces.
Look here, this Washington dad has gone viral after he says his daughter refused to tone down her Instagram selfies, which he deemed to be a little too risque. So this is what happened. He recreated his daughter's tattoos. He broke out the pouty lips. He went to the old two wrongs make a right route to send her an embarrassing message. And he says she got the point, probably after her friends took note, probably.
I love his winged eyeliner in that one. His cat eyes. Excellent.
Well, I guess he just used a little embarrassment there. 6:48 in the morning on WKYT. Some of our top stories are
coming up. What's behind Bill Clinton's private meeting with Attorney General Loretta Lynch? New questions as the Hillary Clinton email probe continues. Plus the latest details of how the Turkey terrorist attack was carried out. More real news coming up on CBS This Morning. Next.
Welcome back. It's 6:51 this morning. More than a dozen suspects have been detained in Turkey over the deadly airport attacks there.
A major international development this morning. Just one of the stories making headlines this morning. WKYT's Michelle Chamberlain joins us now with a look at what else is trending on the web.
Turkish police conducted a series of raids that led to 13 arrests. That includes 3 foreign nationals. On Tuesday, 3 people blew themselves up at the airport, killing at least 42 people and injuring more than 200. We're also updating this story out of Knox County. State police say a deputy shot and killed a man in front of a child last night. Police say that man, 30-year-old Jesse Mills, was accused of kidnapping that child. We also have video of a bear making a trip to Clay County Walmart in search for some food. You can see that right now on WKYT.com, and we've just posted funeral arrangements for the longtime Lexington preacher, Reverend Wayne Smith. The founder of Southland Christian Church died this week. And those are just some of the stories we're working on right now at WKYT. You can also see them on WKYT.com. Remember to download the WKYT News app and take us with you wherever you go.
Thank you. Well, Georgetown police are asking for your help in finding a gas station robber. Police posted some surveillance pictures on Facebook. This one in particular, they say the person seen here robbed Clark's Pump and Shop on Canewood. What is that? Canewood Center Drive in Georgetown on Sunday. Is he wearing like a mask or something?
I don't know, some kind of get up there, certainly. All right. Bad news for country music fans. Trace Adkins' concert next month in Eastern Kentucky has been canceled. Officials with the East Kentucky Expo Center in Pikeville say the promoter of Adkins' concert canceled it because ticket sales were slow. The concert was scheduled for July 15th. Refunds are available for fans who bought tickets.
It's been nearly 3 weeks since the world said goodbye to Muhammad Ali, and still hundreds of people continue to visit Cave Hill Cemetery, where the late boxer is buried. Now the cemetery has made Ali's gravesite even easier for visitors to find with a highlighted map.
If you follow the yellow line, it goes to Colonel Sanders, Harlan Sanders' grave. And so I knew that when Muhammad Ali was going to be buried here, I thought they're going to have a line. And sure enough, when we stopped, they said, yep, it's a green line.
A spokesperson for the Ali family says his gravesite will soon be transformed. A landscaper is developing a plan that will likely be finished by the fall. Donald Trump will travel to New Hampshire today to deliver a major policy speech on trade. Speaking from Canada yesterday, President Barack Obama blasted the presumptive Republican nominee for threatening to tear up trade deals, calling the plan the wrong medicine. The president is expected to make first appearances with presumptive Democratic nominee Hillary Clinton in North Carolina next week.
Well, Michael Phelps is heading back to the Olympics. Phelps held off a stiff challenge from Tom Shields to win the 200-meter butterfly at the U.S. swimming trials last night. The most decorated athlete in Olympic history held up all 5 fingers on his right hand afterwards to signify his 5th trip to the Summer Games. Well, a controversial Lexington nightclub is being turned into a new restaurant. Tom Baer bought the former Art Bar building on Euclid Avenue last year. He and his sons already own the Beer Trap, which is next door, Pazzo's, and the Village Idiot. His newest restaurant will be called Bear and the Butcher. He told the Herald Leader that they plan to butcher meat on site. Last year, he said he had plans for a rooftop patio as well. Bear and the Butcher is set to open up this fall.
A new survey from Wallet Hub finds Americans will spend nearly $7 billion on food this 4th of July holiday. About 150 million hot dogs will be eaten on Independence Day, and roughly 700 million pounds of chicken will be bought this week. It's a lot of grub. An animal shelter in Florida says a cat is to blame for thousands of dollars of flood damage. Workers at the Florida Humane Society in Pompano Beach say the cat somehow turned on a sink faucet in the shelter's cat room, causing water to run out for at least 17 hours. Wow. By the time someone actually noticed the running faucet, much of the shelter was already flooded.
Countertops were ruined, the walls ruined. We had lots of damage with food and storage that we had in the hallway, cat litter.
The shelter says no cats were injured. That's good news. Many had to be relocated. They say they're not sure which little kitty cat managed to turn on the faucet. Those crafty cats.
Can be elusive, no doubt, and
yes.
then apparently just disappeared right back into the crowd.
Funny how that works,
Yeah,
huh?
right.
Sneaky kitty. Let's check in with Micah for a look at our weather.
Yeah, see what's happening.
It's such a good looking start to the day. Once you walk outside, it looks good, it feels good. There's just no way you can walk outside and just hate this day, at least the start of it. Live sky camera, it looks great. Now 59 degrees there in Lexington, we're 55 now in Richmond. A trio of 54s there in Mount Sterling to Danville, down into Pulaski County and Somerset, and then the rest of us sitting there in the 50s and 60s. Now, the emoji cast, the way of, you know, if your emotions were thrown into this forecast, this is what everybody would look like. The sunglasses on, the shades, ready to go. Afternoon at 82 degrees, you got to remember low humidity too, with mostly sunny skies. Everybody's happy, everybody has the shades on, everybody's ready to go later on today, guys. It looks great today, but remember, tomorrow and Saturday, your 30% chance of rain. Remember, it's not a washout by any means. Could be an isolated thunderstorm or two. I would plan all my events, if you can, on Friday and Saturday, because Sunday and Monday still look pretty dicey.
There's the advice. We put those emojis away for those days.
For those days, no, I won't show the emoji.
Okay. Well, nobody is more up to date than you to start your day. We thank you so much for being with us right here on WKYT.
We hope you have a great day.